You have been trained to fail, not by villains, but by those who called themselves protectors. They taught you to be humble when you should have been bold, to ask permission when you should have declared purpose. They told you to sit still, keep quiet, blend in. But let me tell you plainly, the average life you were told to admire is a lie. The school taught you facts, but never how to think. The church taught you to beg, but never how to believe. The job taught you obedience, but never how to lead. You have been domesticated, and they called it education. You were weakened, and they called it normal. But I say this to you now, power is not safe, power is not polite, and power is not permitted to the man who waits. That is why this message should be censored, because it will make you dangerous to the world that profits from your mediocrity. If you hear this to the end, you will no longer walk like a man hoping for better days. You will walk as one who commands better conditions. The voice you hear now will not just speak to you, it will enter you. It will build thought, and that thought will burn away everything weak that ever lived inside of you. This is the science they never taught you, the truth they never trusted you with. The formula that built Carnegie's steel empire, Ford's factory lines, Edison's laboratory, Lincoln's unshakable poise. And if you listen with the intensity of a man who is tired of delay, it will build you too. But you must pay the price, full attention, no distraction, no second guessing. Listen not as entertainment, but as reconstruction. For every word you hear will install new identity. Every sentence will either cure you or condemn you, depending on whether you act. Most men will never hear what you are about to hear. And those who do, 99 out of 100, will do nothing with it. You are now at war with that 99. But I believe you are not like them. I believe you will finish this message with fire in your spine and steel in your words. Let us begin. Some truths are so powerful they must be hidden from the masses, not because the truths are evil, but because the masses are unprepared to wield them. They have not developed the mental stamina, the spiritual responsibility, nor the identity required to bear the weight of those truths. Power in the wrong hands produces destruction. Therefore, most men are kept safe by ignorance. This message you are now hearing does not belong in the hands of drifters, doubters, or those who still ask permission to be great. It is not fit for the one who waits for society to approve of his rise. It is reserved only for the one who has grown tired of indecision, tired of weakness, tired of waiting for someone else to hand him the key. If you are that man, then prepare yourself, for what follows has the potential to remake you entirely. Understand this. Power is not given, it is unlocked, and it is unlocked only by those who possess the mental key. That key is not found in books alone. It is not handed out in schools. It is not passed down by bloodline. It is forged through decision, faith, desire, repetition, and the disciplined mastery of thought. Only a man who has declared war against his former limitations will ever possess such a key. The truth I bring you now has been kept from 98 out of every 100 men, not by conspiracy, but by natural law. The average man cannot wield this truth because he has not yet built the identity that can hold it. But if you listen, if you submit your mind to what is spoken here, you will no longer be of that 98. You will join the ranks of those who have become creators in the field of circumstance. The secret is this: the mind, when properly commanded by burning desire, fortified by faith, and reinforced through repetition, becomes the instrument through which all riches and power are created. This is no metaphor, it is law. And law, once obeyed, delivers results without fail. If this speech feels dangerous to the weak part of you, it is because it is. It is designed to burn away every excuse you have ever clung to. It is designed to destroy the old self, the man of delay, the man of opinion, the man of failure, and replace him with a builder of destiny. Let me now introduce you to a realm that few men ever enter consciously, the inner chamber of your own mind. This chamber is not physical, but it is real. And it is here that miracles are born. It is here that failure first takes root. It is here, in the private theater of thought, that your entire life is constructed before it ever appears in physical form. The mind is a fertile field. It will grow whatever is planted. If you plant fear, you will harvest paralysis. If you plant faith, you will harvest confidence. If you plant indecision, you will reap chaos. If you plant definiteness, backed by belief and fueled by desire, then you will produce power so great the world will not know how to explain you. You must now decide what seeds to plant, and you must be prepared to protect them with your life. Because the moment you begin this work, the moment you begin to install a new reality through disciplined thought, the old world will rise to test you. That is not the time to waver. That is the time to speak louder. Listen to me. This message is not safe. It is not polite. It is not gentle. It is power. And power, like fire, must be handled with responsibility. Once you light this flame, there is no going back to your former self. Once you hear these truths, your old excuses will never satisfy you again. Once you see what you are capable of, you will either rise or you will suffer the pain of knowing you refuse to. You now stand at a threshold. You may turn back and return to comfort, drift, and mediocrity. Or you may move forward and become the master of your thought, the commander of your belief, and the author of your fortune. But you cannot do both. You must choose, and you must choose now. Let this part close with a vow. From this moment forward, I will no longer pretend to be powerless. I will no longer speak as a victim. I will no longer wait for permission. I accept the full responsibility for the power I am about to unlock. Sleep tonight with that decision in your heart. And when you wake tomorrow, begin the process of mental mastery, not as a student, but as a builder of unseen forces. For this truth, when obeyed, does not just change your results. It changes what kind of man you are allowed to become. No man is free until he controls his own thinking, and until that moment, he is not a man. He is a mirror, a servant, a vessel carrying the thoughts of others. The masses are not free. They are shaped by gossip, ruled by